Roxana Spady is from Columbus, Nebraska, and she is seeking $650,000 from her local school district because her 15-year-old son was hazed during a school trip, and administrators did nothing about it.
Now, first, when I look at this story, as usual, I have my automatic reaction of like, oh, your son got hazed. He'll be all right. $650,000. Wait till you hear what happened to him.
So during this wrestling camp in 2009, it turns out that her 15-year-old son was physically assaulted and held while a team member defecated in a toilet and then dunked his head into the feces. No. Not
Guilty.
Okay.
Give him the $650,000. No, I don't know about the amount of money, but look, hazing is stupid. I've always been against hazing. And when I was a sophomore, that's the first year in our high school, back when I was going to high school, and I was on the football team, seniors tried to haze me, and I said, no. Okay. I said, I would rather fight you. If anybody wants to step up, I'll fight.
And did anyone step up?
There was some pushing, and then nobody hazed me. And then when I was a senior, I refused to have anybody haze the sophomores. Okay?
I love that. I love that.
Okay, because it's stupid, it's dumb, and it eventually winds up with somebody's head in a toilet full of poop. Okay? So not going to have it. At the same time, you know, I get that it happens to some degree, and there are some degrees where you don't sue. This is outside of that degree, right? And if you're, you know, the wrestling administrator, their coach, whatever it is, come on, man, pay a little attention. Now, look, it's tough because you don't know if it's a pattern, and that's why they're going to go to court and figure it out. If it's the first time they did it, how's the coach supposed to know, right? But if they've been hazing the guy over and over and the guy turns a blind eye to it, that escalation eventually leads to the toilet bowl. And so that's why you got to step in, and that's why you got to have a case.
The one thing that I got from this story is, okay, you have students in this Nebraska school dunking another student's head in a toilet full of feces, right? And for some reason, there's absolutely no action being taken at all. And then in other schools, you have a student who puts a blow-up doll in a stall, in a bathroom stall, as like a senior prank, and he serves like 8 years in prison for it. Like, what's going on in our school system?
I know.
I'm not saying that they should be like criminally charged, right? Don't get me wrong. Well, maybe they should be criminally charged. This is ridiculous, right?
It's a million times worse than the blow-up doll. That's your point.
Right.
And look, one is the disparity depending on who's the administrator in the different district. The other is that it might be, and I know this is speculation, which district has a private prison and which one doesn't?
I don't think that's speculation at all. I think that that's a good theory.
So, I don't know. And then, by the way, it also depends on how popular the parents are. There's so many dynamics in those local areas as to who gets punished and who doesn't, you know?
Yeah. The best way probably is to go with this lawsuit because it's nice and civil and it teaches the school a lesson. Maybe even some of the parents and the coach. But, you know, if I exhaust all those options, speak to the parents, or maybe speak to the school, speak to the coach, let them know what happened, and you know, think things should be changed. If those get exhausted and nothing goes wrong, I mean, you know, we'll just have a few booby traps set up at parents' houses. We'll have a couple things happen to their children before they get home from school, and we'll see if they enjoy the hazing that I've initiated for the rest of the wrestling team. So that when they're all limping into their first meet, we'll see exactly what happens. Like, oh man, Jackson's son is the only one that's available to wrestle tonight. The rest of the team is fucked up. Something's wrong.
Look,